Hello guys. Today I want to present to you how to create the basic one-point perspective procedure. The first thing all you need is a basic drawing board, particularly an A3 size drawing board with a T-square. Make sure that the T-square is sliding properly and unlocked from the buttons as shown. Slide it up and down to make sure of the smooth transition. Get a set square or triangle, 30 by 60 degrees or 45 degrees plus a properly sharpened pencil to start the drawing activity. Let us see how our perspective will look like in isometric view. Now fit the A4 paper template into your drawing using the left clip as shown. Place your T-square on top of your drawing template and look for the horizontal line for your reference in aligning the paper horizontally. Loosen the clip and adjust the paper accordingly with the horizontal line reference. Now look at the dotted point shown and write SP to identify it as your station point. Next thing is to draw a line projecting from the image on the bottom left, which is your front view, and name it as GL, or technically called ground line. Now let us connect a vertical line from the station point to the horizon line. Mark a dot on the intersection between the horizon line and the vertical line from the station point. Name that intersecting point as VP, or technically known as the vanishing point. Take note of this point because this is very important in creating one-point perspectives. Then name the line as shown as horizon line. Next thing, extend a horizontal line projecting from the top view sketch to the left side of the paper and identify it as PP, or technically known as picture plane. Then extend lines from all the corner points of the front view into the VP or vanishing point. The given sketch on the bottom of the template known as the front view, the vertical lines should be projecting on the top view as shown. Now let us start drawing light lines from the VP or vanishing point into all the corner points of the front view sketch. Make sure you are drawing these projection lines from the vanishing point very lightly. Then on the top view, identify each corner point starting from the top left corner. Identify these points using alphabetical letters such as A, B, C, D and so on as shown here. Do not forget to draw projection lines to identify these points. Now, let us connect the station point to point A as shown. Then mark the intersecting point of that line from the PP or picture plane. This is the SP to PP intersection point. From this marked point, draw a vertical line towards the vanishing point lines. This is called PP to VP intersection point. Then mark this intersection point using a dot. This is the same point A as shown on the top view, then label it as point A as well. Now extend a line from the station point or SP to point B from the top view sketch. As what we did in point A, mark the intersecting point from the vanishing point to the picture plane or PP. Then extend this line vertically downwards until it crosses the vanishing line of point B. Identify or mark it as point B. Continue with the same procedure in extending lines from the station point into point C, D, E of the top view. Make sure these marked points are along the picture plane extended going down towards the vanishing point lines. Label corner point G and label it as well in the front view. Now extend line from picture plane coming from point E towards the vanishing line of corner G from the front view. Then finally, draw visible lines or object lines of the one-point perspective from point F to point A. Connect a visible line from point A to point B as shown. Draw the visible line from point C to point D and label the points accordingly. Label point E as shown, then connect a visible line from point D to point E. Then draw the visible line from point G to point E. Now on the top view, mark line from point B vertically down on the sketch as point H. Identify and label these points as well in the perspective view. Followed by line C to I, then line D to J accordingly. Then draw the visible line from point B to point H followed by visible line C to I. Identify the next vertical point as point J. Then extend the visible line from point D to point J and do not forget to label it as point J. Then finally from the vanishing point into the vertical line of point H, draw the visible line as shown in the isometric view. Repeat the same procedure at the bottom of the perspective view. And lastly, draw the vertical line from point B downwards to complete the one-point perspective view.